Hi, I hope you're doing well in this coronavirus outbreak. I hope that you're safe and you're staying healthy and listening to your government's rules about um, staying in or whatever their current laws are. Here's a little bit of reprieve and just a little bit of a Monbebe catch up concerning what's been going on in the Monbebe Monsta X world. Here's a quick rough timeline from October 28th till now. October 28th is when Monsta X had their Follow Find You comeback. October 31st is when Wonu left Monsta X because of drug allegations that were posed against him. Monsta X continued on as a six-membered group through their Follow Find You promotions and into December for the Jingle Ball tour that they were on and various other award shows that they were performing at. Next, we had JOOHEON taking a break in January 11th to be specific, for mental health reasons. He just needed to take a break, take it off. Obviously the boys had been going through a very stressful time concerning the delay of their English album release, which was all about love, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then also not having Wonu there, not having all seven of them there to mentally be there together with each other, because they are essentially a lot of each other's self-support. And so All About Love was released February 14th, and Monsta X was promoting as 5. So that would be Shanu, Chenyuk, I Minyuk, Kihan, and Hagon, or H1. I'm sorry, I always pronounce his name wrong. And so they promoted for All About Love. They did it from LA to New York, and they did it for 14 days straight. It was very, very rapid fire release press tour kind of thing. And then we had when they came back, that was when the coronavirus kind of hit, and that was the end of February. And so if you don't know, Monsta X did donate directly, basically as soon as they got in. They donated 100 million won, $84,000 USD, for the coronavirus relief efforts in Korea. And so on March 10th, Wonu had his final hearing concerning his drug case, and that is when he was cleared of all drug charges and any malicious slander, essentially, that was pushed against him in October and November. Going forward, the international side of the world didn't hear about it till March 14th, 15th, essentially, that he had been cleared and freed. So on March 23rd to the 24th, 5th, 6th is when JOOHEON was kind of just reintroduced back into the Monbebe world and back into Monsta X. They had a V Live where he was in part of it, and he was just slowly moving back into Monsta X. And recently he's been posting more and more on Fan Cafe just about, being back for their next comeback. And concerning their comeback, it was also released on the 23rd, 24th that they've started comeback preparations until April 2nd. So that means that they're taking teaser photos, they're taking concept photos, they're doing the music videos, doing choreography, recording music, all those different things. And then that's kind of just like the summary till now, when we don't really know what's the next step. Concerning Wonu potentially coming back for the Monsta X comeback, which should be around the end of April, beginning of May, there is a potentiality that he might come back. We don't know what he is or is not going to be doing. I'm sure a lot of people are being told to sign non-disclosure agreements just to keep anything that's happening under wraps. There's not a lot of people, in my opinion, that are saying Wonu cannot return back to Monsta X or back into the entertainment industry as a whole, whether he's solo or back in a group. Wonu did an interview with Dispatch, and he essentially explained a lot of the things that was going on in his life during that period of time, which he associated with these people that ended up accusing him of the drug charges. So what happens was that he left Monsta X because he didn't want to see the group fall apart because of him, and he thought the group could be saved if he left. And he also has been known to be very, very interactive with fans, like more than most people would think. He would post basically every day on Fan Cafe, telling people to make sure they're healthy and that they're well. It wasn't kind of just like a selfie and move on. It was kind of just like, oh, I hope you're doing well. And it felt genuine, like a genuine connection between him and Monbebe and Monsta X as a whole. So he says, I promised so much to fans and always be by their side. It was regrettable that he had to leave Monsta X in that way. He says he has a lot of regret, like how could he have done it better? Should he have done it better? And he just wanted to say sorry. Wonho talked about how he was bullied and he grew up in a poor family, and he ended up running away and being under protective supervision as a juvenile. He said that he also hung out with an older brother, or hyung in Korean, and in his town to avoid bullying. He actually says, I once bumped into a bully walking down the stairs. I got scared, but the bully apologized first, which made me a little too proud. He is explaining the impact of being associated with certain people, on essentially why he ended up being associated with these people, because he thought that they were his protection and his savior at the time. He also then goes on to say that he says, I've never used the drug he was accused of. The police are investigating, and when I'm proven innocent, please write this story, which they did, and I want to apologize to clear up the misunderstanding, and I want to be forgiven. Monbebe have already forgiven him. Let's start there. Monbebe have already forgiven him. If this had been a case in the West, and I understand that it's not, it would just been like water under the bridge. It would have been like an insignificant ripple in the world of waves. And so it's really interesting to see what he said, because a lot of Korean, looking at it, a lot of Korean artists don't generally tend to give interviews to entertainment news outlets like Dispatch. So on March 13th, Starship, which was his previous company, we don't know if it's still his company, we don't know what's going on, they're saying that they're going to support Wonho for developing his career in the future. So we don't know whether that's going to be solo or Monsta X. No one really knows. It's kind of up to him. It's his own life and his own prerogative to determine what he wants to do. So what essentially, Monbebe's crashed Twitter when this all was going down. And then also there was a mass streaming and purchase project for From Zero, which, if you don't know what From Zero is, it's a Monsta X song, and I'll leave it linked down below, along with a playlist of their most amazing music, which is almost all of it, but their follow, Find You, and a bunch of other music. From Zero is a very special song between Monbebe and Monsta X, and especially Wonho, because it was one of the first songs that we heard from him that he had fully written music, produced the music, and produced the arrangement for, which is 3 big things to be doing as an artist. And this song had originally been on one of their tours as a joint act between him and Hyungwon, and so that's where it came from, and it was so good and fans loved it so much that they ended up turning it into a song for the album, which is fantastic. And so that song From Zero charted at #1 worldwide sales on March 24th, and it surpassed a lot of really incredible artists, but it was kind of just like a fan effort for Wonho. So that's what's happening. On March 28th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time, Monsta X will be part of the Twitch live stream global relief efforts for the coronavirus. So you donate and you kind of get those kind of things back. And I know G-Idol and a number of really amazing artists are going to be doing this in an effort. Obviously, they're going to be doing this through distance so that it's safe for everyone, because obviously the artists are in Korea, and then a lot of the people are going to be in a different time zone in the West. So that's kind of just like the wrap up. I thank you for watching. If you have any constructive criticism, or if I've left out anything, please leave it down below. If you want me to talk about another K-pop group and just talk about them, I will. Even though I stan Monsta X, I am more than willing, and I do like listening to other groups. So leave your suggestions down below. I hope you're doing well. I hope you stay healthy and safe. Social distancing and isolation. High five. So, bye. And I'll talk to you next week. So as I'm literally editing the video on Monsta X update, they released that they will be doing a May comeback. I'm so tired. It happens like every 2 minutes, which is why I literally keep delaying the video. Anyways, Monsta X may come back. JOOHEON is 100% confirmed that he will be doing the comeback. As for Wonho, we will see. We will see. So, yeah. Bye.